Next up, I have a bit of a plan, and it is a plan that I have set in motion off screen. And the plan is as follows. I want to go do Scarlet Monastery. I don't yet know how I can get there. I know it's in the undead starter zone, and I probably have to be very careful trying to get there, but I'll find my way there. But Scarlet Monastery, I have a quest here called Mythology of the Titans, which I haven't read. I just picked it up and I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick up the quest, and I'm going to just, while I have nothing else to do, I'm going to listen to it with you guys. So let's see what it is.
The future is inevitable. We hurl ourselves towards it like falling raindrops to the great sea. But perhaps by studying the past, we can know what to expect and be better prepared for the unknown. Before dire troubles fell upon Lordaeron, there was a bastion of knowledge tucked away in the Tirisfal glades. It is rumored that a book called Mythology of the Titans was housed in the library of the old monastery. Bring it to me, and perhaps together we can unlock the secrets of the past.
And we get the Explorers League Commendation, which is a neck item, which we currently have the High Tide Choker, which I got because I didn't have a choker yet. But that gives me agility and strength, neither of which I really care about. But the other one that I'm going to get gives me spirit and stamina, which I do care about. So I do want to get that one. And then also, there is this quest. We got Brother Anton, which is a quest that I picked up in Stormwind.
My brother in arms, Brother Anton, heard rumors of an undead infestation in distant Kalimdor, in a land known as Desolace. Anton immediately booked passage to that place to seek and destroy the undead menace. He is looking for those with the bravery and resolve to aid him. If your heart is true, then speak with Anton. He is in Desolace, in the Alliance town of Nigel's Point.
Alright, so this quest in particular doesn't really give us anything. This just points us in a direction. I'm going to assume that the reward for it is also rather mediocre. It's going to probably give me like a little bit of experience, but it's going to be fine. But the quest is a chain that starts in Desolace, and we have to do like 1 or 2 quests there, and then it's going to give us a quest. It's going to point us towards the Scarlet Monastery as well. So then we'll have 2 quests, and I think that's all the quests we can get as Alliance outside of the Scarlet Monastery. And then I would love to be able to pick up a group and go through all the wings, because I did a little bit of research between the runs, or between the recordings, and apparently the way Scarlet Monastery works is it works quite similar to how Guild Wars 2 dungeons work, where you go into the dungeon and you have 4 different paths. You have like a graveyard, I think, you've got a cathedral, a library, and then something else. And I think the quest we're going to get from the Desolace quest from Brother Anton is going to be a quest where we have to go kill the bosses of all of the 4 wings. So what I would love to do is I would just love to get a group together, hopefully, and go through all of the wings. Now, the one downside is the wings, the mobs, some of them might be too low level, because I think the lowest level mobs in the weakest wing, which I think is the graveyard, it's like level 32 or something, so we might not get as much experience as I would like, but at least we get to experience another dungeon. So that's the plan right now. I'm gonna go to Desolace, I'm gonna pick up the quest, do the quest, and then, well, probably not today, because I have a party coming up that I have to go to, which I do think I mentioned on last weekend's episodes, which for you guys is like ages ago at this point. But I do think tomorrow or something we'll see if we can get a Scarlet Monastery run. And yeah, I want to experience more of the dungeons, guys. I've only done 2. I've done the Dead Mines and I've done the Stockades, which have been fun. And I love doing dungeons, so it's something that I really want to get into as much as I can. I've probably missed some of the dungeons and I can't really access all of them very easily. And I know there's a couple that I can do, like ZF, which is like level 45 or something. So I could probably look into that as well in a little bit, which I saw my guild talking about. So we have a lot of cool stuff to do, and I want to fill up the level 43 to level 50 with a lot of preparation for proper endgame, you know, more raiding, more dungeons, those kind of things, because I want to get into that a lot more. And just to give you guys a very quick look, this is how the filters are looking in Ratchet. So, you know, it looks very similar, it just looks a bit more vibrant and slightly less washed out. Now, if I did re-enable all the other ones, this would be what it looked like, which probably looks quite good, but it does look a bit too dark, potentially. And yeah, I'll just leave them off for now. All right, back to the game. So I do think that we have the flight path all the way over to Desolace. Yes, Nigel's Point Desolace is exactly where we have to go. That is great. Alright, it's time for a quick moment of EK's fitness tips. So, I just ordered 150 euros worth of supplements, which sounds like a lot, but I often buy like a lot of stuff in bulk. So like multiple cans of different kinds of things, like trial things and things I've been using for years and years and years and those kind of things. But they just arrived, perfect timing, and I got this stuff called ISO Clear Whey powder, which supposedly is better to mix with water than usual protein powder, because usual protein powder, in case you're not familiar, it is a little bit more clumpy, it's more sticky, it's overall not the most pleasant stuff to be putting in water because it just doesn't mix up as well. It can mix up fairly well, you can drink it with water, but it just mixes up much better with milk generally because of the structure of milk just, well, blending better together. So this stuff, this is the lemon iced tea flavor, and supposedly this stuff is made to be like finer, I think, and it feels more, if you've ever had creatine, it feels more like creatine powder in the way it looks and it feels. And yeah, this is mixed with water right now, and I wanted to get something that I could drink on a hot day because I love myself like a nice creamy protein shake with milk and stuff mixed in there. I love it, but I also sometimes I want something that's great against, thirst. The summer days are coming up. It is now the 1st of June. So I'm expecting 30 plus degrees to be coming up at some point. It's the Netherlands, so you never know. Like, it might start snowing tomorrow night. We don't know. But I want to try this. So, in case you don't care about fitness in the least, then I'm sorry for wasting your time, really. Like, honestly, I'm actually sorry. Like, I know you're here for WoW, so apologies. But let's see what it tastes like. Because I've been doing tasting tests on this series, and I want to take you guys with me as I experience these things. So let me see what it tastes like. Wow, that blends super well. This feels like I have iced tea. There's like a little bit of that like protein flavory thing that you definitely recognize if you've been having protein powder for a while, but that's incredible. And I could even put like ice cubes in here and stuff if I wanted to. Like, I could put this is much easier to prepare, I think, because it blends better with water. I can also put it in the fridge better, and it will stay mixed better than putting protein powder with milk, I think, in the fridge. So I can have this like on a cold day and put some ice cubes in there maybe. And anyway, that is completely random and not something that I was thinking about talking about today, but it just happens. So we are now here, and just to give you guys a quick peek, of course, before, after, in this map I do think my setup looks a lot better. Just the greenery being, well, greener, great. And then of course these two settings would make it much more punchy, impactful, which in this zone I think I do like, because this zone is meant to be a bit darker. But yeah, I'll turn it back off and I'll continue. So we have a quest guy over there. I do have to keep an eye on the time, by the way, because I do have to eat dinner still, and I do have to head out for a party at some point, and I don't want to be late, because I have the habit of being, well, late. And often it's because I'm like, I can squeeze all of these things into this time frame. That's obviously impossible, because I'm the kind of person that loves to shower for ages as well. So I'm like, I can go for a quick shower, and then I'm like 20 minutes later, I'm like, great shower, and now I'm late. Anyway, here's Brother Anton. Crowley sent us.
I received word of aid arriving from the east. Are you the source of these rumors? Have you come here to help the Scarlet Brother in its crusade? If so, then listen close.
Okay, I will listen close. Let's see how much experience I get.
I will be frank. We are at war with the Scourge. It is an evil that corrupts our people and infects our land. It must be stopped before it overwhelms us and drags our world into shadow. We of the Scarlet Crusade have sworn to fight the Scourge with body and soul. If you are with us, then gather your courage and prove your allegiance. Destroy the undead ravagers of Desolus in the Valley of Bones to the south. Do this, and the Crusade will embrace you.
Alright, so we have to destroy 30 on that Ravages and then return to Brother Anton in Nigel Point. We can do that. Also, he was remarkably quiet. Sir, are you whispering? Are you scared of someone overhearing our conversation? You have a cool looking staff, much cooler than my staff, but mine came from a raid boss, so, you know, take that. He's also level 45, so he's higher level than me. Why is he not just doing it himself, you know? But it's fine. You know, we can go do that. Because I think, depending on how hard they are to kill and how many there are, I think we might just be able to squeeze that quest into my recording session, which is whatever I say before things go south. So yeah, I'm gonna go find the mobs and I'll see you guys there as I enjoy my protein shake. I think in this zone the setup does do a lot of heavy lifting. You know, it just looks much more dark and grim, which is what this map is supposed to look like. I feel like this is not where I'm supposed to be for this quest. I'm just kind of like going as south as I can possibly go. And like this is very much south, but I don't want to go to the Coven, I think. Oh, wait. Oh, on that Ravages. Wait, holy shit, that was random. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me get a summon out. I think because we're not too high level, I think I just bring... I'm not sure if I prefer my Succubus or my Imp when it just comes to raw DPS. I guess I'll bring the Succubus out because I do think the auto attacks are quite strong. They're also a great level just for efficiency and experience because they're 5 levels under me, which is just enough where I still give experience, but they shouldn't really pose much of a challenge. Which is perfect. They are pretty big though. I mean, I guess I'm also kind of small, but they're pretty big. This sounds a bit disgusting. Delicious cave mold. I mean, it says it's delicious, but somehow I don't really buy that. And there we go. That is a number 30. Now, let me head back to Nigel's Point so we can go hand in the quest. Let's hope we can just move there, you know, in relative peace. Brother Anton, we have returned.
You have proven your resolve, and the Scarlet Crusade commends you. If you do not shy from righteous slaughter, then perhaps your path lies with us.
I mean, I don't shy away from any slaughter. I am a very slaughtering person. Alright, let's see. So we got a bit of gold, and...
We of the Scarlet Crusade lay claim to strongholds from Hearthglen to Tirisfal Glades. We are quite proud of our bastions of cleansing throughout Lordaeron. You have proven yourself against the undead in Desolace, but the true threat of the plague lies in Lordaeron. Travel to the town of Southshore in the Eastern Kingdoms. Seek out a crusader named Raleigh the Devout. Give him this letter of commendation bearing my seal, and he will escort you to a place of honor in our Scarlet Monastery.
Okay, so take Brother Anton's letter of commendation to Raleigh, I guess, Raleigh the Devout in Southshore. Okay. There we go. We got 6k experience as well, which is not too bad. Hey, there's actually an upstairs area. Is that there in every inn? Have I just missed that? Ah, so this is where the beds are. I was like, I mean, it's an inn without the beds, but there are beds. And to be fair, there's beds here as well, but like, just imagine sleeping here, like out in the open, like there's a thunderstorm going on. You're like just getting rained on in your bed. Like, who designed these places? You know, like Night Elven architecture is it looks interesting. You know, it looks cool and stuff, but it's definitely not practical. Anyway, I gotta head out really quickly now. So I'm gonna log out in this inn, get a little bit of rest experience next time. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Because I think there's gonna be some alcohol included, which doesn't really work with recording later tonight. So I'm gonna do down the Scarlet Path, the next step, and I'll see you guys there. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.